To get started, let's take a look at an FCCS overview. So the Financial Consolidation and Close Cloud Service, FCCS, has been designed as the best practice cloud-based consolidation reporting solution. It was designed for simpler, quicker, easier implementations, addressing both legal, statutory and management consolidation needs. You'll find it has a lot of out-of-the-box functionality. However, over time there has been more levels of customization available within FCCS. So within FCCS you have defined and populated dimensions. You'll see this particularly in the account dimension, where you have a whole number of seeded dimensions which can't be changed, but you can change the alias and you can customize at the base level. You have a lot of out-of-the-box calculations based on these seeded members. However, you do have access to the calculation manager, and you do have a whole number of configurable calculations. Relating to the entity structure, we can determine the ownership. So there is a module where we can manage the ownership, which will determine how much of the percentage of an entity rolls up to a parent. Within FCCS, we can deal with intercompany, as intercompany eliminates during the consolidation process. And during that consolidation process, currency translations will be applied, and we do have functionality allowing us to apply currency translation overrides. There are a whole number of data forms created that we can also build and customize, as well as reports and dashboards. So the components of FCCS, hopefully you'll see some familiar faces here, but one of the key elements of FCCS is Close Manager, and this is a really useful feature within FCCS which allows you to define a very graphical, structured calendar of items and tasks that the user can very simply work through. So we can use Close Manager to build lists of tasks for end users, for power users, even for administrators. All the tasks, however, can have workflows associated with them. So using the Close Manager gives us visibility on where people are during the close process. We also have supplemental data management, and that allows you to create more granular data forms to capture supplemental data. And this supplemental data can be mapped from a detailed level to a summary level within FCCS. So as an administrator, you can build relatively complex data forms, allowing end users to simply enter the supplemental data and then load it by posting it into the system. There is a data source dimension which captures supplemental data. You've also got data management, which we refer to as FDME Lite. This is the data transformation tool that you may currently use with HFM, for example. It's also within FCCS. It's a transformation tool allowing you to map dimensions from source to target systems. In this occurrence, FCCS is obviously the target. We can also use Smart View with FCCS, so it allows us to interface with FCCS, but it's not only an interface to manipulate and analyze data, we can also manipulate the metadata. That's using a planning extension you'll see in the course. Smart View is not just an Excel add-in, it is an Office add-in, so we can use it across Excel, PowerPoint and Word. In FCCS you have a whole load of predefined dashboards, and you can build your own dashboards. When you build dashboards, you'll notice they are typically based on data forms. We also have migration capabilities for both data and metadata, and this is using lifecycle management, or LCM. So this is allowing us to move artifacts around from one environment to another. It's also a very simple way of backing up your application. For financial reporting, we have access to the Reporting Web Studio. So we can create standard, structured, statutory and management reports. And finally, FCCS does sit on top of SBase. So this is the engine that FCCS sits on top of. And when you update your metadata, for example, you will need to refresh the database, which is updating SBase. When you run calculations, you're running runtime prompts, which again will calculate and populate the SBase dimensions.